What is up, Ranger Nation? Happy Hyperforce Thursday. Sorry about that, did not get this up on Wednesday. Shattergrid just took over way too much, so I ended up reading it, made a video about it, and just didn't have time to make the Hyperforce one. So I apologize to you guys for that. Really quick before I get into it though, I did want to make sure to let you guys know, hashtag Hyperforce Season 2. There is a petition out. I do not share petitions, like, just as a rule of thumb, and I shared this one because I want Hyperforce Season 2. And if you also do, check out the petition. You'll see it on my page. I'll put the link below. Sign it, and maybe, I mean, keep using that hashtag. Keep letting them know on social media. Let Saban know we want more Hyperforce. Okay, let's just get in to the episode. After the Shattered Grid 2 episodes, I am really glad we had, I don't really want to call this a palate cleanser because we had a lot of action and we had, you know, they were fighting for something that had major implications, but the first half of the episode was a wedding. And it also addressed a lot of, I don't want to say like concerns, but things people were wondering about when it came to the Shattered Grid and Hyperforce. They get to remember, what are the ramifications? Or are they just going to go back like nothing happened? Well, we found out. When we last left our heroes, they were broken, and mentally and physically. Vesper had her arm cut off. Everyone was just kind of Dragon, you know, they thought they saved everything by stopping Scorpina and crash landing it. Vesper pretty much tried to off herself to save everyone. It was a bit intense. So we start off this episode with them going, wait, what just happened? We were just standing here a moment ago and now everything's different. And Vesper's like, oh my god, my arm! Like, she had no idea what happened. And come to find out, no one knows what happened. And my laptop just decided to randomly come out of sleep mode. So they're like, Vesper has a new arm. What is going on? Like, her Cerberus axe, or she, you know, you'd think that I would eventually look it up and remember, and I don't. But her Cerberus weapon is destroyed. It's, I mean, there are some interesting things when they first get back, but they're like, what is going on? So they look and they're like, hey, guys, you have, okay, so Vesper and Alpha, you know how those two go on. It's really great. Vesper's like, Alpha stole my arm. Well, it'd be payback because remember, she stole Alpha's ankles to help make some Zords. It's just payback, right? It's just payback. So come to find out, they have like 22 messages waiting on their machine, and they're like, we were just here a moment ago talking, and now what is going on? We'll come to find out a month had passed. A month had passed. Now, see, remember when, like, they go somewhere, like, time keeps moving in their own time, basically to not completely cheat life. However long they're gone on a mission is however long they're going to be gone from their own timeline, to just let time pass as normal. And, you know, you get the message from Joe, hey guys, hadn't heard from you in a few days, hope to see you soon. Another message from Joe, guys, I got a really awesome surprise for you, give me a call. Another message from Joe, okay, I just talked to Jen Scott, she has no idea where you are, what is going on, guys? And then eventually he goes, hey, so Nadira and I are getting married. I sent all you guys the invitations. I haven't heard back. I really hope you're okay. Guys, I'm getting married to Nadira today. That is right, the Rangers get back, and Joe and Nadira are getting married, which they were like, wait, isn't this like really, really sudden? And he's like, we were engaged for years. They're like, yeah, but you were gone for years. And the last time they saw each other, they were fighting. But as Joe said, it was just Nadira being Nadira and a little overreacting, and they're all happy and back together. So, sweet, everything is working as intended. They're supposed to get married. The Rangers are finally back. And they asked Joe, what the crap just happened? It's like, I don't know, you were gone a month. Y'all were gone. Eddie rocks to the wedding, an awesome tux that matches Vesper's new arm. It's like black and silver. Good on you, Eddie. At the wedding, so it's been 1 month since the attack. I didn't type my notes, I actually wrote them, and so there's like, my handwriting's really bad, and this is like scribble, you know, like as it's going, so don't try to read any of it. But Nadira versus Joe, this is great. I mean, Jack is the one that's like, this isn't right. Like, we were gone, or like, we weren't gone. Like, we were talking, and then the next minute, everything is different with us. Joe's getting married. Like, there has to be some evil afoot. Well, it has to do with the shattered grid, and I guess things have been fixed, or will have been fixed, or how many different tenses can you use in one sentence when it comes to Hyperforce? They will be had, haves, have going somewhere, maybe to a wedding, maybe to a wedding. Joe's getting gets all the Rangers together after the wedding. So this is during the reception. It just explains to them that like we had planned this. He goes, I was going to help you. I was going to leave on this mission to go help you guys Hyperforce, and so Nadira and I wanted to get married before I went off on that mission. I mean, they were engaged, they made it work, and over the course of the week, because Joe is now going to be a permanent member of the team, which is sweet, so they were like, wait, but your morpher was broke, and he's like, we'll work on that later. Gets all of them together, and they get a call. They get a call, but not before Nadira and Rancid get to do the father-daughter dance, which gave a really poignant moment with Chloe, who still, I mean, you think all this violence and death and stuff they had seen, they don't remember, they hadn't seen, but she's still, I mean, her parents, you know, she's watching Nadira and Rancid dance just going, you know, she's sad, and she said, she goes, I shouldn't maybe be feeling sad. I have all of this happiness. Why am I feeling sad? And, you know, she misses the fact that one day her parent, you know, she hopefully will get married, and her parents won't be there for her. But Marv, you know, just kind of reassures her that, you know, we are your family now, and we will be there for you. So don't worry. But they get a call. They get a call during the reception. All hands on deck, guys. They're getting a message from someone called the Sentinel Knight. Ow. Do you remember who the Sentinel Knight was off the top of your head? It's okay if you don't. He's from Operation Overdrive. He was not a 6th Ranger. I guess you maybe could call him a 6th. I just watched Operation Overdrive like a year ago. I still couldn't tell you much about Sentinel Knight other than he's super powerful, and he guards the Corona Aurora, which is a awesome crown with 5 gems on it. It has the ability to, according to some of them, even bring back the dead. It has immense powers. It was how Mac became a real boy from a robot. And if you haven't watched Operation Overdrive, sorry, spoiler alert, Mac's a robot. And I shouldn't click this while I'm recording. So Mac's a robot. Sentinel Knight gave it to him. But Sentinel Knight is sending out a distress call because the Corona Aurora is hidden. But he needs to go get it back because someone's looking for it. And that someone, you're going to kind of think it's going to be the Alliance. So they have to leave the wedding and reception. A great moment between Joe and Nadira. Just, you know, she has to get the whole, you can't leave my, you know, this I don't want to say over dramatic, because seriously, if my husband, as you know, the day we got married during our reception, if he said, hey, I gotta go, sweetie, I would probably react the same way. But Nadira, of course, says, you know what, but she gets it at the end, because she says, I married you, Joe. I know what you are. You're a Time Force officer. This is what you do. You go out and save the world. I should know at any given moment you will have to go, be safe, and come back home. And that, I don't know, I feel like so many times in Power Rangers, like, they have to leave and they don't get to say anything to their parents, or they don't get to say anything to their loved ones, or give an explanation as to why they have to continually disappear. And it's really nice to know that, I mean, if I was Joe, you know that you have a wife that you get to come home to at the end of this, who knows where you are, who knows why you have to leave, and understands. And that's, I think that was a pretty touching moment, at least for me. I don't know, just oh, okay, really quick, before they take off to go find and help with the Corona Aurora, Rito the dog. So they're all like, what's going on? They're like, no, Rangers, you've been gone a month. First thing, Rito, I'm like, Rito Revolto? Like, when the Burrito the dog! Yeah, remember that dog that Vesper, like, kidnapped, like, a month ago before all the... Yeah, Burrito the dog. Luckily, the dog, they said that the dog was safely in Chloe's room, where there was mountains and mountains of burritos for the dog to eat. Chloe was aging them, curing them, if you will. So that's how the dog survives. I just don't want to be the one to clean up her room after all of it. Right, so Sentinel Knight got to get on it. Sentinel Knight actually wants to get in the ship, and I like the way it was played. Spoiler alert, he wasn't evil or anything. He actually was just Sentinel Knight trying to get some help. But I do like the Rangers are, after everything they've gone through this year, are really questioning, you know, Sentinel Knight. Oh, let me ride on your time ship. And they're like, look, this could be a trap. This could be a trick. Like, no, sorry. Can't do it. So he hid the Corona Aurora in a dormant volcano on Aquitar. Aquitar, there's another reference for you if you don't know where that is. Aquitar is where the alien rangers come from, the Aquitians, no, Aquitarians, or maybe Aquitians, I don't know. But they come from Aquitar. It is a water-based planet, and we met these rangers in Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. It was the short saga that went between Mighty Morphin and Zeo. So it's on this planet. We don't get to see any of the alien rangers, but I'm really thankful that Malika pulls in these references. It didn't have to be on a planet like that, but it was, and I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So Marv, though, Marv as Sentinel Knight, you know, so where did you hide this amazing thing? It's like, oh, and that dormant volcano, and Marv's like, it's like that's like the first place people would look. There's like a water planet, and there's a random volcano, and of course, that's where it's hidden. And actually, they go a step further, and it's total. I mean, like, I'm playing a video game. Here it is, the Corona Aurora is on this like pedestal. It's in the middle of this volcano, and they have to jump on different not blocks. I was thinking like Minecraft blocks. This is gonna be like kind of old school, but if y'all ever played the Aladdin video game on the SNES, it's like the little lava things in Egypt. You would know what I mean, and that's cool. Like, I know who that was. So here the Rangers go, getting there, and who do they see looking throughout the water? Below Lokar. Lokar! There's another reference for you. I mean, they're just like everywhere. Lokar from Doomsday, from Power Rangers Season 1. Dai Satan and Zyuranger. So he was Satan, and Zyuranger, he was just Lokar, an evil villain in Power Rangers. So it was him, Scorpina, Volcanos, and then there were two creatures that they didn't recognize that were blue, kind of like hogs, and it looked like they were somewhat like absorbing the water out, and I guess maybe they were surrounding, I'm not really sure, like this big mountain with the volcano surrounding it, and they're kind of absorbing and sucking up, leaching all of the water. Then you hear them say something to the effect of, the Aquitarians can't live without water, let's see how long it takes them to come and find us, because I think they're trying to, you know, they suck up all the water, and then it kills them. This kills the alien rangers. So what did they do? They attack Jack and a Sentinel Knight go to look for the Corona Aurora, while the rest of them have to start taking on Hydro Jr. and Hog Jr. These are the offspring of Hydro Hog. So we have Hog Jr. and Hydro Jr., and they are just basically absorbing up all of the water. Now during this fight, they hit, I believe it was Eddie, and it just started like absorbing all of the liquid out of him. Yeah, it was not good. Not good. While they're battling, by the way, Sentinel Knight realizes that the volcano is no longer dormant, or it's not dormant to begin with, and there's lava. There's lots of lava, and the lava's on the rocks, and now they get to go past all of this lava to get to, you know, actually it kind of also reminds me of Dino Charge or Supercharge, excuse me, but Tyler had to go like the volcano, and he's like taking a selfie by the lava, and I like that they kind of gave him crap about it afterwards, cause yo dude, it's a volcano, it's lava, it's probably really hot. That's fine. They had to roll. There's a really cool rolling aspect because there wasn't anyone, like, the Rangers the other Rangers who were fighting kind of took care of all of that. So it was just Eddie. I keep saying Eddie, dude. It was Jack and the Sentinel Knight. But they had to do something interesting. They had to roll a 3 or above on only a d6 for every step to land into the lava. Jack made all of them. Luckily enough, I think Sentinel Knight may have like missed one of the last ones, but I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. The Hogs try to flee, so they get the Corona Aurora and they go. The Hogs are actually trying to flee after they destroy one of them, or one of them does. And you know, this leads to Marv again. Like, I don't know if they're evil, man. Maybe they brainwashed, or maybe didn't know 100%, or maybe they're just big chickens. But when the last one tries to run, and I don't remember, so it was Hog Jr. trying to flee, and while he did it, somehow it was like all the moisture, all the water in his body froze, and he just shattered. Oof. Shattered. It was strange. So the volcano erupts, and they all have to leave. They flee, and as the volcano erupts, it's leaving stuff, which is making an island. The island is now going to be called Rito Island, or at least in Vesper's mind, it's called Rito Island. Sentinel Knight thanks them and basically says, I'll take the crown now and keep going with it. Marv and Chloe have a moment, because they think, well, maybe we could examine it. If it has this much power, Chloe, maybe we could bring your parents back. She kind of just realizes that, look, part of me doesn't think they're gone, and I really, really hope we find out more about them. Excuse me again, man. Eddie saw his parents and Bianca at the wedding and didn't really talk to them. Like, he saw them and he was going to go up to them, and then they got their call that they had to leave. Who knows if he'll ever get a chance to talk to them again, at least before the end of this season, because there's only 4 episodes left. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. But when we last, the last thing we see of this is not what the Rangers see, but us as fans get to see a special scene. Draken in a chamber raises his hand. I swear to destroy Sentinel Knight and get the Corona Aurora. So maybe this isn't the last we have seen of Sentinel Knight. Maybe even Operation Overdrive. Who knows? Either way, I'm fun. Yoshi, oh. How did I not mention this until right now? Yoshi is the Green Ranger. That's right, we have a brand new Ranger. In Hyperforce, Yoshi is now the Green Ranger. He even has kind of a gold shield. It's really cool. Go to Hyper RPG and you'll see a bunch of stuff. They're also retweeting. There's a lot of fan art out for it. I think Yoshi himself did some fan art of it. It looks pretty cool. So we have Joe as a permanent Ranger of the Hyperforce team as the Green Ranger now, which is going to be kind of cool. Apparently he really liked the color green, and aesthetically it works well with the season, especially if he wasn't going to be silver, you know, the Silver Time Force, right? Or the... Y'all know what I'm talking about, seriously. This is episode 21. I think you got it. I think you got it by this point. I am going to wrap it up because it is Thursday. I have got, like, the Ranger Week in Review, the Toku Week in Review to do. Bunch of stuff coming up. It's a crazy week in Ranger Nation. I hope you are as excited about the Shattered Grid finale. I'm excited. I'm sad. You know, is this a one and done? Is this going to be it? You know what? As much as I want Hyperforce Season 2, if this is the only season we get of it, I couldn't have been happier, and I thank them so much for the ride. But use that hashtag Hyperforce Season 2, because we want a Season 2. On that note, I'm going to go. My name is Ranger Liz. Thanks for listening, guys, and I will see you at the next video.